Data-heavy products fail in surprisingly similar ways, even in very mature organizations. And most of the time, it's not because our optimization models are bad. Usually, it's because traditional product management breaks down. When data and AI is central to a given product, traditional product management habits often don't scale. I see teams applying standard PM practices and thereby unintentionally incorporating inherent risks into their given procedures. And there are three common mistakes that I see that teams make. First, treating data as a dependency, not as a product. Second, overspecifying outputs, but underspecifying the decisions that we would like to drive. And third, ignoring uncertainty in the planning process. So the first mistake, treating data as a dependency, not as a product. Data is often something the team waits for from another function, another team, another individual as a dependency. But when data quality, availability, and ownership isn't managed and coordinated centrally as part of the product development process, everything downstreams from that really becomes unstable. The second mistake, overspecifying outputs, but underspecifying the intended decisions that we would like to drive. Roadmaps usually are full of features and dashboards and things that we would like to develop from a UI and UX perspective, but are generally vague when it comes to what specific decisions or behaviors we would actually like to change in a given space in our organization. And data products only succeed when they change how people decide, how people act, and when they really have an operational impact on our given processes that we would like to change. And the third mistake that I see leaders make is ignoring uncertainty in the planning process. So teams generally plan data-heavy products as its efforts and outcomes were really predictable. But there is a lot of inherent uncertainty, or we've also heard the term VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity that is associated with data and our data products. In reality, discovery, data readiness, and model performance introduce uncertainty that needs to be managed and not hidden from the process and ignored. So what works instead? Strong product management in data-heavy environment really looks a little bit different than what I've just outlined. It treats data as a first-class, a very important product. It anchors everything in decision-making and value, and really the impact that we would like to drive that matters to us as a business. And it plans for learning and not just delivery, and really acknowledges that learning and failing fast along the process is really inherent to building the right data products. When teams do this well, data and AI, they stop being fragile because we've got this inherent element of adaptability baked into our process and really start being strategic. And these patterns really show up across industries and across organizations of all sizes. And if this resonates, I'll be more than happy to share practical examples and ways to address them with you. Thank you.